Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Don't know what that was. Today I'm going to be doing a look on how to make your blue eyes pop. If you like this kind of natural makeup look that will make your blue eyes pop, or green eyes even, then just keep watching. My first makeup look. It isn't perfect, but just bear with me with lighting wise and focusing and the whole lot. Hopefully it will get better. So I've one eye done already, and now I'm going to move on to this eye. I've just moisturized my face and I also put on my brows using the Benefit Brow Zings. So we're just going to get straight into it. I'm going to set my base using the Naked Skin Concealer from Urban Decay, and this is in light neutral. So I'm just going to put this onto my lid and I'm just going to blend that in using my finger. Because my hands are warm, it blends in so nicely to the skin and it works out really well opposed to using a brush. So I'm just going to bring that up as far as my eyebrow and blend that in. Now that that's done, I'm going to set the base, Lower Mercier powder, and I'm just going to dip that in. And I actually don't use that much when I'm using on my lids because this is expensive. Mainly for this look today, I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette. I am beyond obsessed with this palette. Not only, I actually am obsessed with Jaclyn Hill in general. I've been following her for years and years and years. And it's €44 for 35 shades, which is unreal. Okay, so the first shadow I'm going to use out of this palette is this colour here. I'm using the Sigma E40 brush, and I'm going to dust it into my crease as a transition shade. I actually spend a bit of time on this shade because it is the first colour you put on your lid, so it's really important that this goes on right so the rest of the shades aren't messed up or anything like that. So just make sure you blend this out a lot. You need to get a brush like this, a really fluffy one. It covers a lot of the lid. The brush does all the work for you when you use the Sigma brushes. To lighten up the crease now that I've that down, I'm just going to use this colour over here. And I'm just going to dip it into that one as well. I'm going to do the exact same thing. This is just to brighten up the colours on my lid. Next I'm going to go into this pukey shade. I'm just going to get a bit lower. Next I'm going to use this pennies brush that I have. I'm going to dip into this Hunts colour here. I'm going to put this into the crease, so below all those transition shades. So I just zoomed you in a bit more there so you can see what I'm doing. Blend that down below where we put the other transition shades. And I'm kind of making a V here, as you can see. I like to drag out my eyeshadows like this. It makes my eye look bigger. So I'm going to keep building up the intensity of that Hunts colour. Make sure there's no harsh lines between the transition shade and the Hunts colour. I'm just going to go back into my E40 Sigma brush, blend that in again. Just blend them in, just make sure that everything looks really seamless. The next colour I'm going to go into to deepen up the crease is this colour right here. And I'm going to do the exact same thing with this colour, but just a bit lower. I'm going to switch over brushes. This is another pennies brush, but it's just a bit fluffier, just so I can blend out that crease. Since I've done most of the crease now, I'm going to just put on the lid colour. This gold that I'm going to use now is my favourite. It is unbelievable out of all the golds that I've ever used. It's from the Natasha Denona palette. That's it right there. I'm going to put that on a flat shader brush. I'm just going to spritz my brush with Fix Plus. Now, when you're applying a lid colour, make sure to press in onto your lid, not to swipe it, because you want it to be as pigmented as possible. Check out that. And I'm just going to use a small Sigma pencil brush to blend it out. I'm actually going to deepen up the crease again, and I'm going to use this wine colour again. Don't worry about being messy because we will clean it up afterwards, just to make sure that it's all blended and looks seamless. I'm just going to deep it up a tiny bit more, and just on the outer V. I'll just go back into that transition shade that we used, the yellow one, and I'm just going to dip my E40 into that again, and I'm just going to dust that over the eyelid. I'm just going to clean up the edges. Take your finger into it and then just swipe up like that. And it just gives you a really nice elongated eye look. Sometimes that actually can be a bit too harsh for me, and I feel like it ruins a bit of the blending that we did. So I go back in with a brush, just a random brush, and just blend it out that tiny bit. It's still sharp, but it's just a little bit too sharp for what I wanted. I know I keep blending and blending, but that really is the key to getting the perfect smoky eye. Okay, now that that's done, I'm just going to darken it up. I get my Ingloss 31T brush, and I'm going to spritz my MAC Fix Plus up on it. I'm just going to grab the black in this palette here. This just makes your lashes look bigger and fuller, and it kind of deepens up your look a bit more. I'm just going to bring this down into the waterline as well. Since it is eyeshadow that you're using, it's okay to wear it during the daytime because it's not as harsh as eyeliner. So for mascara, I'm going to use the YSL Mascara. This is an expensive mascara, but it is unbelievable. It actually does give you the false eyelashes effect. It's amazing. So I'm just going to do my skin really quickly now, because mainly this tutorial was about my eyes. I will go through the steps. I have moisturized, as I said, and now I'm just going to use the MAC Strobe Cream in Gold Light. And I'm just going to put this on the high point of my face. For foundation, I'm going to use my Bourgeois Healthy Mix Foundation. This is a fab foundation. So I'm just going to put this on, and I'm going to blend this out with my Pennies brush. When I'm applying my foundation onto the skin, I usually work out from my cheeks because they are the reddest and they have the most pigmentation. For concealer, I'm going to bring out my Naked Skin Concealer again. This is such a creamy concealer, and actually it's lasted me so long. And I'm just going to blend that out using my beauty blender. To set the concealer and the foundation, I'm going to go back into my Laura Mercier powder. I'm obsessed with this. This is genuinely gold dust in my eyes. It's expensive, but it is so worth it. It's unbelievable. For bronzer, I'm using my Give Me Sun. This is my Ride or Die bronzer. It is amazing. And I'm just going to use a MAC contour brush. This is one like I got it in a Christmas set. So now I'm going to actually return back into the eye. What I'm going to do is out with Jackie again. Blend it into the outer half as well, just to make sure that everything looks in line. I love that colour underneath. It really does make your blue eyes pop. It ties into the upper lid as well. So I'm just putting that underneath. For the inner corner of the eye, I'm just going to use the highlighting shade here. And I'm just going to highlight my brow bone as well. So that is the eye look done, and I'm just going to quickly finish off the face. I'm going to use this. This is a old collection blush. This is called Seduced at Sea. For highlight, I'm going to use this SOSU by Suzanne Jackson palette. I love the highlighter. Just for lips, I'm going to use this Pennies lip liner. I've given up on MAC lip liners. I bring them on every night out and they get lost. So I'm over it. I buy them, I think they're $2.50 or $1.50 in Pennies, and they're the same colour as Soar, so I'm happy out with them. Because that's a bit harsh, I'm going to blend that out. And I'm going to use this YSL lipstick. It's just number 407. Finish off the whole face, I'm going to spray Fix Plus. This is just to make sure that all the powders set into your face and again makes it look natural. So this is the finished look. I hope you like it. This is kind of my go to glam. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. That was not meant to happen.
Gosh, Nate, what is in here like? Or are you in the middle of something?
Oh my god, on a daily basis, what am I even saying? Like, oh, it's just stressful, girl. No bother, girl. No bother.